Hey, what's up? It's Kit time for another video. I screwed up the last video with the painting and everything. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna redo something. All right. So that's what we're gonna do here, because I screwed up big time, royally at that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start from scratch. Although this is a different spoon, we are going to basically recreate everything. Okay. Now. We have a new mold that I've just received, and to make things easier, especially with the wiring, as you can see there, I have made myself a jig. Okay, and just wood, and these are nails, obviously, and these are long nails. What I've done was to actually just nail them in, and I uh, made sure that these are steel nails, not iron nails. That's one. And two, I made sure that I cut the heads off. You can use an angle grinder, you can use a bolt cutter, but the object is for you to actually nail this majority of the nails down. Have a little sticking in. I made this a little bit longer, but ideally it's so short that when you bend the wires won't be able to bend the uh, the nails in. Now, also, as you can see here, okay, just as an example, we're basically targeting this length, because this is for this. You could also put other nails here to make the different sizes should you want, or put it on, whatever side. Always a good idea to do that anyway. Okay, so when you're doing this, biggest mistake is to actually pull it in tight. Don't. Okay, what you want to do is actually put in a bit of slack. Okay, what I'm doing here is actually just pushing it down a little bit, like you see there. Okay, you see that, and then bend it. So basically you have a little slack. Okay, then I take this, and then from the inside here, I'm gonna take that, okay, and then bend it. Okay, I'm not actually taking and what do you call this? Kind of pushing what's this? The long side. I'm actually pushing in the short side. Okay, so just the short side, and I want this to be a bit rounder. Okay, just like that. So I'm gonna encourage it a little bit. Okay, now all I have to do is just flatten this out, just like that. Okay, and then same here, just flatten this out, because guess what, the eyes here, they're kind of small. So as you can see there, it's perfect. There, perfect fit. Wait, not too convincing there, so let's actually position it. Okay, there we go, and there's that one. Okay, so you can see, okay, this one needs to be, there we go. This one, I want this a bit smaller. There we go. Now you can see it's actually a perfect fit, guys, right there. Okay, now close this, and you'll see there. See, perfect fit. Again, all you have to do is put that slack in when you make this. It's a very simple tool to make. Okay, basically for any type of jig, if you are mass producing this, very easy to make. Or you could make a steel version of this, but you need what do you call this, the right sized flat bar and all this. Kind of too complicated for me. Wood, very easy, everyone has it, and as you can see, very useful. Now here's another tip that I found out the hard way. So basically, you want a gap there so that when the lead is filling, it's not stopping the flow of the lead. Now, if you are kind of freaked out that there's a gap there, here's a trick that you could use. I take my pliers here, and then I just bend a 90-degree bend, just like that. Okay, and then it's the same here. I just do a 90-degree bend, just like that, and those will act like hooks. Those will act like hooks, and that will basically keep everything uh, in place and not. I know what you're scared of. Okay, it's this part pulling out, but if you have those, it will not. Also, a better way is to always have the gap facing that. Okay, so that is it. Now that's ready to mold. We're gonna do that tomorrow. Now let's deal with this guy. So pulled out one. Okay, now what we will do is we'll do the same color scheme from before. We have our water, and a nail is also a pretty cool tool to use, FYI. And let me see, let's do a little red. Okay, so 3 colors. Okay, so uh, again, these are airbrush paint, and these are transparent. Okay, so we have transparent red, transparent yellow, transparent brown. Just shake them just so you have the pigments flowing. If yours don't have that sound, all that is just a glass marble. So I put in some glass marbles there. Okay, just 2 drops, guys. That's it. This is very economical. You don't need a lot of paint for this. These were in storage for a while, so okay. And then we have brown. 2 drops. Okay. So first we're gonna do yellow. Okay, I'm gonna put more yellow here. Just blotches. Okay. I don't want to have a lot of white. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna dry this up. Okay, so we're done with the yellow. I'm gonna put that beside there. Okay, so we're gonna take some brown. Now the brown, oops. The brown, I want a dot. Okay. Okay. Now, there should be a lighter side. So you decide if this is your light side or it would be your darker side. It kind of depends. But you don't want both sides to be dark. So this one's darker. Okay. Needs a bit more here. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go to the hair dryer and then dry this up. Okay, so as you can see, that's looking really good. So there's the light side, there's the darker side. Now the red bit, what I like, okay, just a tad of the red. You don't want too much of it. Okay, so just random dots. A good way is to hunt down some of the white ones that are there. Okay. And then just small little detail. Lines could be made. Up to you if you want that sort of thing. It's just a highlight sort of thing. You could do pink, you could do orange. If you look at a picture of a baby squid, you'll see that it has like all sorts of colors, and that's basically what I'm trying for. That's it. That looks good. To me at least. Alright? See that? There we go. You guys can see it. Yeah. So it's not shiny now. It's kind of dull. So what's going to happen is I am going to again run up to I'm going to have to go outside for this. But what I'll do is I will like the other one, okay? What I will do is I will um, dry this up and then immediately put a coat of lacquer thinner, or sorry, not lacquer thinner, lacquer, okay? And then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like. Okay, so as you can see there, shiny, nice. Yeah, looks real good, at least to me. And I'm not that artistic. I'm a different kind of stick. It's autistic, but that's pretty good. That kind of looks like a baby squid, I guess. So now that we're done with this, I'm gonna show you guys how I'm making the bucktail for this. Okay, now this is the head, this is the tail. Okay, so you attach your line here for this one. Okay, so the next phase is the treble. We don't have another one of those bigger sizes. This is the second biggest right here. So I'm just gonna show you guys. Basically, yeah, that's the size. Okay, now I have 4 feathers. These feathers are going to simulate the tentacles, the longer tentacles. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside for now. Bucktail, very important. This is basically going to be the small feelers. And as you can see, I have like a yellow bucktail here. We're not going to use this. We're going to use this part right here. Okay. Um, you don't need a lot actually. You just need a little bit because this thing is very fluffy, and you don't want to kill the action of the lure. Okay, so we're doing this handheld, boys. Okay, first time you guys are seeing me do this, I guess. Okay, so we are going to just see, simple, right? Now, if you don't want that to unravel, here's a trick. Boom. Okay, do a half hitch. Each step, do a half hitch when you're stopping. And when you're tying anything, flies, bucktail, whatever, good pair of scissors. These are not a good pair, okay? These are not a good pair. So just want to be clear, okay? Now, we do a little bit of this. Those are too long right here, okay? Those are too long. We're gonna take the ones right here. And you don't need too much. You need about that much. You'll see. That is about a pencil in thickness right there. Okay. I don't have a pencil. I have a pen, but you could see right there. Pencil's a bit thinner than this, but you could see that right there. Okay. So, cut this. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do this yet, but you see, when you hold this here and you pull, there's that fluff. Take that off. Taking that fluff off will actually save you a lot of headaches. Okay, so single hooks will be kind of easier than this. Okay, but what you need to do is kind of roll this, okay, so that it is wrapped around. Okay, now it's gonna be difficult because the hairs are uneven. Okay, but if you saw how I transferred the hair there, okay, you could do that. See, take a little bit of this, just transfer it there, and then there. Just try to, you're gonna lose hair, okay, especially if you kind of don't know how to handle this. You're gonna lose a lot. Okay, now here's the trick. If you shorten the length, actually easier. Okay, so I will do 2 wraps like so, as you can see there. Okay, before I tighten, and then bang, just like that, it's secured. Now there's some that wants to go to the other side. Let them. Okay, now tighten again, few wraps. Okay, hold this, and you can see that some actually wanna either go or are actually going to get off. Just there. So for me, okay, with a little bit of luck and I guess some experience there, what happened is that I lost very little. Okay, bang, just like that, you know. Now, if you think that this is, for me, this is fine. Okay, this is it. Easy way to see, just spread them apart is with a bodkin or something like this where you could hold. Okay, now remember what I said, that if you want to let go of what you're tying, what do you need to do? A half hitch, because we are going to have to let go. Okay, there we go. That's one. Let's do two. Wait, see that? Let's just preen those backwards like so, and then half hitch again. Okay, right there. So that is pretty good. Okay, except for some hairs that want to go to the other side right there. We don't want. Okay, now take your scissors, cut these. Okay, so that's clean. Okay, again, just so you have control, bring this in closer. Okay, there we go. A few wraps to clean it up. Okay, there we go, just like that. Now we take our feathers. Now the feathers, they don't need to be the same length. Okay, but you'll tie two on one side and two on the other. Okay, you don't want them too long as well, so just like that is fine. Okay, so just so we have all the same lengths, line the tips. Okay, align the tips. Okay, when you align the tips, the length that you want, like that, and then you cut a bit longer. Then what you could do is take the feathers out just like that, so that you have a clean base. Now I'm gonna take two. Okay, so you see here, there's three. Okay, I'm gonna go here and then here. Okay, so I'll take two like that. It doesn't matter if these things are, all over the place. Sometimes they won't behave the way you want. Okay, so take two wraps. Tight. Okay, and then half hitch, because we're letting go. Okay, so there, that stays. Now take the two others right here, align the tips like so, and then we'll put over here. Okay, just like that. And again, just so you have more control, shorten this baby right here. Okay, like so, and then two wraps. And see, didn't behave. First time in this video that a material didn't behave for me. It had to be now. Okay, here we go. Put that on there. Okay, like so. Then 1, 2, okay, there we go. Now we just basically tie this up just like that. Righty. Now that's secured. There we go. Now you can do your finishing knots. You could do half hitch. For me, I do my whip finish. Do that twice. Okay. Something was wrong there. Do it again. Like so. Okay. Just like that. And then it's just a matter of actually putting this on the lure. But that's the whole idea. Okay. I kind of screwed up with the other video, and I just thought that I would show, but this particular one would do well for that other the bigger version of this, and then a smaller version, of course, for the jig that we made in the last video. Now all that's left is for you to super glue this. Unfortunately, I ran out of super glue. Okay, that is it for this video, and I hope it's a bit more clear. The whole process is shown, and as a bonus, of course, I showed you how to wire this, and that is that. Alrighty, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you want to help the channel, go ahead and click on the join button. Alrighty. Share this video for those family and friends of yours that you might want to learn with you as well, because it's fun learning together. You know what I mean? And give it a thumbs up, of course. And yeah, that's it. Like, share, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.